Okay, so what are the advantages of living in a capitalist society? What are the disadvantages? And how am I currently benefiting? Okay, well, for me, the advantages way outweigh the disadvantages. Now, some of the advantages are equality for everyone. Now that's a big word, if someone takes advantage of the opportunities. Now, there are so many opportunities that are available to us. We just have to recognize them and have the motivation to follow them. You have innovation. Okay. Yes. Look at what's happened over the past several years when COVID hit. I mean, COVID closed some doors to some people. It opened up a lot of doors to other people who had the motivation to kind of innovate and follow through with the businesses and the ideas that they had. I mean, look at the number of startup companies making masks, okay? Look at how DoorDash all of a sudden got big and just blossomed in the food delivery service. Look at how Zoom has become a go-to partner for a lot of businesses. Now, do you think there'd be that kind of innovation in Brazil, Venezuela, North Korea, Afghanistan? Do you think you'd have the internet today and the access to the information you currently have? By the way, contrary to popular belief, Al Gore did not invent the internet, okay? Do you think you'd have the computer that you're currently using, the safety that's in your car that you're currently driving? It encourages self-regulation, okay? Now, if your company isn't offering what it is that customers want, you're going to have to adjust your product mix some way, somehow. Otherwise, they're not going to buy from you. If you're seen as a polluter or unethical, they're going to avoid you. Okay, so there's a lot of self-regulation for companies that come along with that. Don't tell me what to do. Okay, with capitalism, you get a regulation and a reduction in what others are telling you what you can and can't do. Now, you want to open up, say, a donut shop, go for it. Now, there might be some local regulations as far as where you can do it, but you can always find a space someplace. And you have a choice on the products that you can buy. I mean, within an open market, you have tons of choices on where you spend your hard-earned dollars. Just look at the number of soft drinks and cereals on shelves in the grocery store. Now, there may be some disadvantages that go along with capitalism, okay? You're going to have some haves and some have-nots. Now, the have-nots are basically based on personal values. Maybe they're afraid to take a risk. Maybe they don't want to work or at least not work hard. Now, of course, there are going to be some who can't do it due to physical and mental issues. And that is where the compassion of a capitalist society actually comes to the fore. I mean, look at how many businesses and individuals contribute to and support nonprofits. I mean, look at what's happened, like, with the hurricanes and the tornadoes and things like that that came through. There were tons of businesses, electricians, first responders, carpenters that headed to those locations. You're going to have taxes. Now, trust me, taxes are what I call legalized theft. Okay. In a capitalist society, you can't pay for roads or water or things like that to be brought just specifically to your house. So everyone pitches in to provide for the goods and services that are necessary for all. Now, the issue we're running into today is, what is it that the taxes are actually being spent on? And there's a lot of graft. There's a lot of space out there as far as where it is that we can actually put our dollars towards. And then when you have a decline in the economy, you might have some stagnating wages. I mean, if companies can't sell products when their customers get laid off, then how can they be able to, sell those products, and how can they get income coming in? So they will lay off. People have to take lower wages in order to get some income. So you could have some stagnating wages in there. Now, how has capitalism helped me? Well, first of all, it allows me to choose what products I want to buy. Okay. It's allowed me to start my company, my consulting business 20 years ago when I left the pharmaceutical firm that I was at, when I chose not to go to New Jersey when everything was moving after a merger. I didn't have to ask anyone for permission. I didn't have to go to anyone or anything like that. I just did it. I had an idea of using my skills, developing a plan, and putting that into action. It was very lucrative for me. It's allowed me to choose who it is that I want working for me. So for example, in the past couple of years, we've had our kitchen redone, okay? New flooring put in, new countertops, things like that. Last year, we had one of our bathrooms completely redone. And I could choose who it was that actually came in and provided those services for me. And we fixed the monument signs for our neighborhood. We pulled together the funds for that and got that done for our neighborhood. It's enabled me and my family to enjoy the standard of living that we have. So it's been very beneficial for me as far as capitalism is concerned. And here's a couple of articles that you can get to find out more about the advantages and disadvantages of capitalism. Now, let's see what it is that you can do with your presentation.